What's up YouTube? Houston here, and for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about the best credit cards to build credit fast with no hard inquiries. Now, if you're new to the credit game and you're trying to build up your credit score, you're just coming out of a bankruptcy, most of the time you're going to run into like a high interest secured credit cards and things like that, right? However, I got a strategy for you, and I'm going to show you some of the better credit cards that you should be going after that are not secured and they don't charge those high interest fees as well. Now, the first card that I would tell you about is OPPFI card, because usually it starts you out with a $1,000 credit limit. Okay. Now, understanding that it charges an annual fee of $99, but there's no security deposit. Okay, and it's not going to have any impact on your FICO score. Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing about this card is that when you get the card, you can actually use that card the same day. So you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. They actually give you a number that you can actually use that card the same day. Also, the thing about this here card is after 6 months, you're able to upgrade that card to a $2,000 credit card. So you get another $1,000 increase on this credit card. So that's the first credit card. Now, the second credit card is CREDIT.AI. All right. Now, the reason why I picked this here card is because say that you have $300 in your account. When they attach your account to this card, what they do, they automatically give you a $1,500 primary trade line, and it's no credit check. All right. So it's very easy in terms of helping you build credit without using a whole lot of money or being able to get access to larger lines of credit as you start to rebuild your credit. Okay. Now, here's some cards that I would definitely tell you all to think about. These are Patel One and Two credit cards. All right. Now, the interesting thing about it, with the Patel One, it goes from 300 up to 5,000. Okay, and no hard inquiry on the credit. There's no annual fees. So if you have bad credit or you starting out and everything, then this here card, the 300 to 5,000. Now, if you have established credit but you're still struggling, then you may be looking at the 300 up to the 10,000 Patel 2 credit card. Okay, they report to all three credit bureaus. But here's the thing about it that you need to understand. Their metrics is not really focused on the credit score. Their metrics is focused on how long you've been on your job, your education, your debt to income ratio. Okay, so those are the things that they actually focus on. So if you were someone that's trying to rebuild credit, these are the cards that I would definitely start with, because all three of those cards I just showed you, they're not going to have any impact on the credit. Now, here's something else that I would definitely encourage you all to do. If you're rebuilding credit or you're starting to build credit, one of the things that I would definitely encourage you all to do is add an authorized user to your credit file. Now, those cards that I showed you, all of those are reflective of a FICO 9 credit score. The reason that I'm not talking about the bank credit cards, secured credit cards and stuff like that is because they pull from FICO 8. So you want to focus on accounts that focus on FICO 9, because with the FICO 9, they allow you to count in an authorized user. They allow you to count in rent. They allow you to count in utilities. They allow you to count in subscriptions to help you build up your credit. So that's the reason that you want to focus on FICO 9 credit scores. Now, if you don't know the difference between your FICO 9, FICO 8 credit scores, you can click the link in the description to get your real FICO score. All right, you want to get the $39.99 program, and the reason is because it's going to give you 28 data points. And so those 28 data points is going to include your FICO 8, your FICO 9, your FICO 5, your FICO 2, okay? That's very important that you understand the difference in those FICO scores, because those are the ones that most lenders look at. Some people say, well, what about Vantage score? Well, most lenders, they're not focused on your Vantage score. Now, fortunately, some banks, they may give you your Vantage 3 score. So it's supposed to be equivalent to your FICO 8 score, but it's not. It's not the same. So I want you all to understand that, okay? Now, here's some credit unions that we're going to talk about. Now, this credit union is TDECU MasterCard. It's a credit card, okay? It's an unsecured credit card to help people with bad credit or no credit, help build up their credit. So if you're just coming out of a bankruptcy, but you do have to become a member in order to get access to this card. But it's an unsecured card, okay? Now, here's one that a lot of people definitely have been trying to get access. This is Navy Federal, okay? And one of the things that I love about Navy Federal, and I have another video for those of you that can't join Navy Federal, I have another video that actually show you other credit unions. So put a comment below that says, let me see the new video about the other credit unions that you can join that operate like Navy Federal, okay? Now, understanding, here's the interesting thing. With the Navy Federal Nrewards card, all you need is a $200 deposit, okay? Now, we're going to talk about higher limit credit cards as well. So if you're trying to get $5,000, $10,000 higher limit credit cards, we definitely going to talk about that, okay? Now, here's the thing about it. $200 after 6 months of good on-time payments, they'll give you $2,000, okay? So that's very good. Now, again, for most people that can't get into it, I do have a video that explains how to join Navy Federal. So if you want to see that video, type in the comments how to join Navy Federal video, and I'll send that over to you as well. Now, I was telling you all about a high limit credit card. If you're trying to get $5,000, $10,000, here's the thing about it. Especially if you don't have the money on hand, but you have enough a high enough credit score, or you have been on your job long enough, you have stability in your household and stuff. This is some lenders that you maybe can turn to, because they don't focus on credit score. Again, they focus on how long you've been on your job, your income, your debt to income ratio. All right, so this is CASHUSA. They offer personal loans. All right, and like I said, they, instead of doing a personal credit check, they're looking at your job history, your monthly income. This is what they're looking at. So you can borrow from $500 up to $10,000. Then we're going to talk about how do you get a higher primary credit card, right? So that's what we want. Now, you have to have a bank account in order to do this, to get a loan through them, all right? Not only do they work with state licensed lenders, but they work with tribal lenders. So, you know how you go to the casinos and stuff and lose your money? Well, the casinos take that money and they loan it out as well. Now, here's another one. It's called credit loans. Minimum credit score is none. They don't do income verification. They loan from $250 up to $40,000. Okay, you do have to have a bank account. They state that they offer a 90% chance of approval. So that doesn't mean that you may get $40,000 right away, but you do have a higher chance of being approved for some type of funding through them. And they're not available in Connecticut or New York, but if you have bad credit, no credit, they'll start you out with close to about $5,000, depending on your income, okay? Now, here's the thing about it, why I was telling you guys about those loans, all right? This is very important. This is very important, so you need to understand this. Say that you was able to get a $5,000 or $10,000 loan from that CASHUSA or that credit loans. Here's what I would do. I would sign up for this card. It's called the SABLE One credit card. It's a secured card. But the interesting thing about it, you can get this card with no social security number. You can get this card with no credit history. And the good thing about it, say that you had the $5,000, you put it on the card. Now, after 4 months, it turns into a regular credit card and they give you your $5,000 back. Or say that you was able to get the $10,000, put the $10,000 on the card. Now, so because you have those high limit credit cards on your file, along with those AUs that have high limits on it, now instead of you just getting like maybe $1,000 credit card or a $3,000 credit card, now you have higher chances of getting a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 credit card. And this is very important, especially like coming back to the Navy Federal, because once you're in with Navy Federal and you say that you want to, so in terms of, as I was saying with Navy Federal, okay, after 91 days, I have the Navy Federal credit card hack, right? And I would tell you to either do that midnight hack to see if you can qualify for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 credit card after that. Even if you have the Nrewards card and you're still using that card, you still would be able to possibly get a unsecured card for higher limits. Because with Navy Federal, they look at internal data. So some people with a 530 credit score have gotten $25,000 credit cards from Navy Federal because of internal data. And I did make a video about that. So if you want to see that video, put a comment, could I see the internal credit score video for Navy Federal? And I'll send that over to you as well. Now, if you have any questions about business credit, personal credit, how to get funding for your business, how to raise funding for personal credit or whatever, click the link, schedule a consultation with 3-Way Funding. Thank you.